Well, the teepee's up and the second piece of material is attached. I'm using these little clips to attach the tarps to each other, and they're working fine. Let's take a walk around. So this area right here would be the doorway. And for entry, disengage this clip. Come on inside. And as you can see, there's plenty of room in here. Some vent ports up here. You can close these down if it's chilly out, but it allows some airflow. Plenty of stand-up room. It's 15 feet tall in the center. You've got 9 feet between each pole, so each person can lay down in the 6-foot area. You can put chairs in here and sit down, have a little campfire in the center here. So taking this down or setting it up is just as easy. So I've just disconnected the one tarp and the clips that were on it. I had 11 clips on it. And so this one is still attached with clips near the top. And all you have to do is grab your poles and simply bring them together and lower them down to the ground. And it's that easy. This is the bag I have for putting the tarp in, and you don't fold it, you just stuff it in. This is an outdoor products bag from Walmart. You get them in a set of 3. I think I paid about $6 or $7 for the set of 3. I believe this is the larger of the 3 bags. It's that easy. Now this is the one tarp attached to the 4 poles. They're spread about 9 feet apart each. And as you can see, it's pretty high up there. I need to do a little bit of adjustments on these attachments, but that's just a technical issue. This is the coverage I've got with one tarp, and I've got a second tarp that measures 16 by 16. So that'll wrap from this pole around and over here, and then we'll leave a flap open for a door. So with 2 tarps, one measuring 18 by 16, the second measuring 16 by 16, you can make a very large teepee. Each pole 9 feet by 9 feet. So right now it's a square, that's 81 square feet in the interior. And certainly plenty of headroom in here. I do have pre-positioned tiles on these tarps, so I'll be able to tie out the back sections, and that'll give a little bit more room for the seating area. You could easily fit 4 people in this. These are aluminum and fiberglass painter poles, so they measure about 15.5 feet in length when they're fully expanded. So the tarps themselves are about 2 pounds each, so 4 pounds, and then these poles are about 1.5 pounds a piece. I've got 2 containers of silicone, 10.5 fluid ounces, and I've got some mineral spirits. I've got some heavy duty protective gloves. Got a 2-gallon container right here, so I'm going to put this and one of these in. So half the mineral spirits, one of these, put it in here, shake it for about 2 minutes. Silicone is pretty well mixed up in here. You want to use this stuff in a well ventilated area, that's why I moved it outside. So I've got my material just laid out on the ground in a non-specific manner. I'm just going to stuff it up in here. In she goes. I have the first of the 3 tarps hung. Took a roll of parchment paper and stripped it out and applied it to a piece of 2x2 lumber. I've got the parchment paper on a coffee table. I've got my material laid across it where the seam is, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt to heat seal and fuse the fabric together. I have an ordinary iron, and I've got it set on a setting of 5 out of 7 for the heat setting. Don't know what that relates to in temperature. I'm going to put another piece of parchment paper across the material that I want fused. I'm going to apply heat and pressure. I'm setting up my tarp as a ground tent, and I've got 5 pegs on each side, 2 in the front, 1 in the direct center rear, so that's 13 pegs. And then I've got 2 6.5-foot tall walking sticks supporting the center, and it's creating a area inside better than 10 feet by 10 feet.